and welcome to the show. Today I am happy to review this character for you, the Hydra Stomper from Hasbro Plus. This is from the What If series. Want to give a huge shout out to two of my boys who got this for me, Pedro Leon and William Rodriguez. Thank you so much for going out of your ways, finding this in the store. I did have them on pre-order. You guys found it for me in the store. Now, I didn't start off with the Lazy Susan and the box because the box was all messed up. And that's okay. The figure is not. And we're going to take a look now in a few minutes. This wonderful figure. A few little nicks there that I'm noticing now. I did take them out to play around with the articulation. It is a hefty piece of toy. It's amazing. It's got a few accessories that come with it, and we'll take a look at that right now. And this video is a shout out to as well and dedication mainly for Chino1moreni, who I had talked to him. I know he's finishing up the Chinoverse contest and told him that he had to get this. And since I have the Monger, we'll also take a look. I can definitely tell you that I like both vehicles, both armors. And we'll do a little comparison. I will bring the Monger a little bit later. Not going to be a very long show. There's not much to talk about, but other than the fact that this is a Howard Stark design in the What If series. This is where Agent Carter steps into the machine and she becomes or takes over the powers of Captain America, while Steve Howard creates this armor for him. So before we begin, let's take a look at some of the accessories. He's got a jetpack that goes on his back, and if you notice here, it's got a handle and it's got a stepping area. This is where Agent Carter would go to stand on his back while he's flying or where he's going into missions. It does come apart. I put it together. It does fold. It's got good amount of articulation in this thing here, and it goes to the back. Doesn't stay very well when you're manipulating the action figure. It does tend to fall off, but nothing that a little poster putty you can put here and put it on there and it'll stay still. It comes with an extra set of hands, armored punching hands, which we'll take a look later. I did mess around with a little bit of the articulation on it, and it's got these blast effects, and you could either use them on the jetpack as a blast effect or on the machine gun here. But on the machine gun, guys, I'm not even going to attempt it because it's a pain in the ass. You got to manipulate it and you got to look at it. So I'm not even going to bother with that. Let's take a look at the figure. Before we begin, let's get that housekeeping out of the way. Let's go ahead and take a look how tall this figure is. And my last video, I couldn't find the damn measuring tape. I found it now. So here we go. As you guys can see, the measure is on the top of his head, and I'm getting a 9.0. So he is the same height as the Ironmonger. However, the Ironmonger may look bigger, but it's because it's bulkier. It's a much beefier machine. One of the things that I noticed about this action figure is it's got a lot of weight to it. Man, it feels like some kind of a, I can't explain it. When you're holding it, it's like a jelly bean or a jelly bag or some kind of bag because it wobbles that way. It does have a lot of articulation. The balance is not as good, and I don't want to deal with him falling all over the place because I had him on my desk and I was looking at him. But we'll definitely take a look. Love the whole World War II look to it. I mean, what can you say? It's Howard Stark, not Tony Stark. This is the father. For me, he's always been more intelligent than his son. I always think that this guy was more badass than his son. And not to mention, my first exposure to stop motion was for Mag's Studio. I was the voice of Howard Stark. I mean, I did say it would be available in the future. Am I right? So that's basically, I had to practice that for a week to get the voice down on it. And I just love Howard Stark. I love everything about him. He designed this for Rogers. And man, what can I say? Beautiful. I mean, love the details, how they put this little ladder here, ladder steps to get for Rogers to get into it. It's a clamshell in the animation. You see how he goes in there, and we'll definitely take a look at that. I don't know. I don't know what to say about this because I kind of get the impression that World War II tech is more advanced than the Ironmonger tech, and we'll definitely look at those comparisons. And without further ado, let's just jump into these articulations of the figure. Chino, so you can take a look. This guy does flex all the way out here, and I'll show you some comparison with the Ironmonger that I had. The Ironmonger and him share the same waist or body waist, circular. He does move here, but this doesn't move. It stays there. The legs open up this far. I think it's one jointed knees. Goes about that. And there's articulation here. As far as the wrist, it does just go that far. It's got a machine gun there. It goes that far. And the head, what I love, does look in every direction. You can definitely move it around, get him to look in different directions. It does fall on me a couple of times on there when I'm manipulating him, but it definitely overall it's a great figure. Like I said, it's got a lot of heft to it. Feels like a jelly bean. I'm gonna bring the Ironmonger here, and with the Ironmonger, which I did a review of, one of the issues that I have, and one of you guys are gonna have issues. I'm gonna put this guy in the back. I just don't feel like dealing with him falling back. The Ironmonger has always had great stability when he's standing up. The issue that I have is the pistons. These things pop out. It's just like the Terminator, NECA Terminator action figure. If you're trying to do like in the movie when he's flying and he grabs Tony, these things are gonna pop out. One of the reasons I said is the 1940s tech much higher. Why would you have these kind of hydraulics out here on this kind of tech when the Ironmonger is supposed to be a little bit more advanced? Granted, I get it that this is not the Ironmonger from the animation or the comic book. This is more of the movie version, which for me is my favorite version. And why do I have these mechs? Simple. In my DC world, these mechs belong to Wayne World, Wayne World. That's the movie, sorry. Bruce Wayne in Wayne Enterprises, and these are like prototype for his armors. This is what I'm using them for. And I was thinking about looking at them. And you know what, guys? Having this type of mech, if you're gonna make stop motion film, you don't even have to do a Marvel movie with them. You can do some kind of futuristic movie. For example, you don't have to go by Starship Troopers the movie. Those of you guys know that I read a lot of books, and one of my favorite sci-fi books that I read as a kid, and I've read it right before the movie came out, which was very disappointing. It was not even similar to the book. In the book, the soldiers are wearing mech gear. They're wearing armor to fight the bugs. These can be your interpretation in your movies. Remember, War of the Worlds has been remade so many times, and it's interpretation of each director or each producer. So you don't have to go by what Hollywood does, because either way, Hollywood never gets it right. So I'm going to move the Ironmonger over here for the moment to the side. Let me go ahead and pop in the backpack for you guys here. You can see it's got this nod. It goes there. And boom. This is where Agent Carter would fly, or Captain Carter, whatever the hell you want to call her. Not really into that figure, or any other soldier can ride on his back there. The hands, I am going to take the figure. I know you guys hate it, but let me pull the figure out here because I tend to struggle with this. So it does pop out. It's an easy pop out. Oops, drop the hand there. Let me pick that up. And goes right in there in the peg. Very easy. It swivels. Very good figure. Like I said, it's got like this whole jiggly thing to it. It feels like a beanbag. That's the best expression. I feel like there's some kind of a slinky or some kind of a I don't know, spring mechanism in there, because I don't get the same thing from this figure. This figure feels more sturdy. This one, I don't know, I can't explain it. It's kind of like I've seen some kind of action figures that have had that a long time ago. But overall, aesthetically, the way they made this figure looks very modern. Let me put the jetpack blast so you guys can see it. Pop that in there. Boom. And there you go. It's not a bad figure. Definitely, Chino, you can animate them. They've got great articulation. This figure is very sturdy. However, for you professional animators, I'm not there yet. I would say you're going to have to attach it to Armatron or whatever you guys call it for stop motion to get that. But overall, love how this figure looks. Love the articulation. There's not much to it on this review other than it's a great figure, and I recommend it. I will leave a link below for you guys to pick up this figure. It is an Amazon link, so it is an affiliate link. Will help my channel out. And definitely, if you're thinking about getting these guys, I will post a video of the Ironmonger so you guys can look at that review of it. These two figures are actually the same size. They are the same height, 9 inches. Just this one is beefier. This one, if you're going to make him run, you're going to have to lift him up in an animatronic and try to make the run effect, because these ankles, they don't swivel front, they swivel side to side, like I said in my review. Again, guys, let me know what you guys think of these figures. Let me know what you think of this action figure. Is this something you're going to pick up? Would have loved if both of them, especially this area here, they would have lit up. But I'm already pretty mad as it is with Hasbro and all these toy manufacturers. They can't make these toys without slapping a huge price on it. So it's a little ridiculous. So I'm glad there's no light. I'm sure that when you're posting it or post, you'll put some kind of lens flare or light flare on that. Love the look. Guys, let me know what you think. And if you like the video, please share it. Hit like on it. And definitely don't forget to subscribe. I don't have any other information on this figure other than I do love it. And like I said, I will leave a link to the other video. And if you like, guys, go ahead and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think. And until next time, this is Red, and I am out.